Hi, Ernie Svensson here with another quick tip for making your law firm more secure. These days, we all rely heavily on digital data in our law practices, and that means we need to pay attention to how to keep that data secure. Specifically, that means protecting ourselves from hackers. So let me tell you the best way to keep your data secure. First, you need to understand how hackers work their magic. They've automated software attacks, which is how they can easily break into millions of computers with practically zero work at all. Second, they use psychological manipulation to get access to those computers. And this is the more important part of the hacker's process. Oh, and the hackers have also automated the psychological manipulation part. So if you want to protect yourself from hackers, you have to train yourself how to avoid being psychologically manipulated. But this is easy to do once you understand how the hacker's magic works. It's like when you figure out how a magician's trick works. Once you figure it out, you won't be fooled anymore. The manipulation is a three-step process. First, the hacker has to capture your attention, and then he has to quickly gain your trust, and finally, he has to get you to take action that will allow his automated software to gain access to your computer. Hackers can automate their psychological manipulation because humans, like computers, behave in predictable ways under certain circumstances. And all the hacker has to do is create those special circumstances, starting with the attention capture. So let's look at how the attention capture begins. Typically, it begins with an email that the hacker blasts out to thousands of people. So let's say an email like this arrives in your inbox. How does the attention capture begin? Well, it begins with a provocative subject line that says something like, "I can't believe this picture of you." And then it says in the body of the email something like this: "This is ridiculous and you should be ashamed." So far, this is all attention capture. And this would get you to thinking, what picture of me? And why should I be ashamed? And oh my God, somebody must have posted something horrible about me on the internet and I better see what it is right now. Okay, so next I'm going to show you the third part of the process. Now you see that link below the text? That's what you'd click on if you wanted to find out what horrors were being perpetuated about you on the internet. But if you click that link, guess what happens? Your computer goes to a website run by a hacker, and as soon as the web page loads, the hacker's computer installs software on your computer that will give the hacker total control of your computer. Will you notice this? No, you won't even have a clue. But the hacker's software will be in your computer and it will keep track of every website you visit and record the passwords that you enter. So if you visit your bank website, the program will record what bank you use and will record the login information. And then it will secretly send that information to the hacker. So the first time you'll suspect you were hacked is when money is being siphoned out of your bank account. Now, I haven't mentioned part 2 of the process, which is where the hacker quickly gains your trust. Now, why would you click on a link in an email like this? You wouldn't, right? Yeah, but the email came from your close friend, and you trust your friend, right? So how did the hacker get your friend to send you that email? Simple, through automation. The hacker first got into your friend's computer and installed software to send emails from your friend's computer to everyone in their address book. The emails were loaded up with the evil link and with the subject line and text that I showed you earlier. Did your friend know his computer was being used to send emails? No, it happened automatically in the background. And the only way he'll find out is if someone replies and says, "Hey, why'd you send me this email?" That's when your friend will first find out his computer was hacked. Or maybe he'll find out when his bank account is siphoned off. Now, you also need to make sure that your passwords aren't easily guessed, because hackers are really good at guessing passwords, especially when people use one of the 25 most commonly used passwords. Some security experts tell you to use strong passwords, ones that have numbers, letters, and symbols, but remembering these kind of passwords is hard, and typing them, of course, is no picnic either. So let me tell you an easier way to have strong passwords. Use a passphrase. Pick 3 disconnected words, or words whose connection is meaningful only to you, and leave a space between them. And by the way, you're allowed to use spaces in passwords. So these passwords are easy to type, easy to remember, but hard to guess. So now you also need different passwords for each of your important online accounts. Because if the hacker gets access to one account, you'd immediately have to change all of your other passwords, and that would be a problem. Now, I know what you're thinking. Having a lot of different passwords seems like a lot of work. Yes, it's a lot of work. But what's the alternative? Letting hackers easily steal all your passwords? Now, fortunately, there's a software tool called a password manager that will make your passwords more secure by creating different passwords for all of your important accounts. Here's the password manager I recommend. It's called LastPass. Now, why do I recommend this one above all the others? Well, mostly because it's free and it works across all of your devices: Windows, Macs, iPhones, Android phones, tablets, whatever. And the way it works is you create one password to access the program, which is where all of your other passwords are stored and managed. And best of all, it remembers the passwords and the websites that they're used on and lets you fill the passwords in with one click. That's right, you don't have to type passwords to access those other accounts. So go download LastPass now and you'll start feeling more secure, knowing that you're no longer easy prey for hackers.